Yesterday at the DNC convention was the first time in a long time myself and my colleague Daniel were out in the field. Um, and we've dealt with a lot of stuff over the years. And I'm proud to say that we made a lot of great friends along the way, most notably the post duopoly crew. And it was all by accident. Getting a cell phone signal or texting was really difficult. And, we had to be very careful with our camera gear and equipment, batteries, all that stuff. And I actually ran into Russell from Dissidence as he was live streaming on their Rumble account, a 4-hour live stream, a power live stream. And it was all an accident. I was taking photos, setting up for potential interviews with other people, and ran into Russell. And then we ran into Jimmy Dore, and then Nick and Rome from RBN. And if you haven't seen this tweet yet, please do so. And I want to give a huge shout out to Steph, aka the miserable liberal. This right here really was the high point of my day yesterday. And I'll tell you why. These guys here, they're real ones. As you all know, earlier this year, Hardlands Media almost got terminated. And it was very, 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 very serious to me because this is my job. I love doing this show. I love everything about this. This show is my life, and I have dedicated my heart, my soul, my body to this thing. So as my colleague Daniel Lupker. We believe in what we do. For Hardlands Media, 99 Perspectives. And, if you join our Discord or you follow us on Patreon, I do tweet out like, hey, I'm working 24/7. I love doing this work. I love doing this work. And when all was almost lost, these guys had our back. Keaton and Russell from Dissidence, the whole crew of RBN, Jimmy Dore, the Convo Couch, with Craig and Fiorella, all of INN, and finally all of you beautiful people, you, the audience, you made it happen. And it was really great to finally meet these guys face to face, not behind a screen, but face to face. And I just want to say thank you to Nick. Thank you to Rome. Rome, who said, hey, man, first time in a long time talking to Rome. We talked for a little bit, because we were all crashing on the live stream. So we're all having conversations. But Rome said, hey, I'm sorry what happened to you, but I'm glad to see you guys back, man. You guys are back and don't stop what you're doing. Rome said that. That meant a lot. And we were talking. Rome, outstanding guy. Nick, outstanding guy. Jimmy, right there, too. And then there was Russell, of course, man, who, by the way, Russell, you and Keaton have got to give me the schematics of how you guys did that live stream, because that's something me and Daniel are going to want to be doing for some future projects, okay? But this meant so much to me. And I just wanted to thank all of you. Because I didn't know if we would be doing the DNC convention if our channel remained terminated. I don't know where we'd be at. I would still keep fighting. I'd still be on Rumble. I'd still be on Rockfin and Odyssey and Kick, and yes, and on our backup channel too. But Hardlands Media, 7 years, 15 million views, and it's possible because of all of you and the friendship that we made along the way. And well, thank you for your generosity, me, myself, and I. $49.99. God bless you, kid. Well, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, Kinkle, Rome is an outstanding person. Spoke to him. Great guy. Outstanding guy. Solid. And he said, I'm glad that you're back. And it really felt good. I mean, we've been back for some time. But he didn't forget. And Lawrence Fine, yes, Dissidence. Yeah, they are killing it. And I'm glad that they're my friends. I'm glad that I made friendship along the way. And what an epic DNC convention. And folks, I got to say this again, because there's probably somebody there saying like, oh yeah, right, it was an accident. No, it really was an accident that I got onto the live stream and then we saw Jimmy. It was like everything worked together perfectly. It was all a happy accident, like the creation of the chocolate chip cookie. No, but it was one happy accident, and it was really great because I'm seeing Russell. I was like, wait a minute, I saw Russell at the after show at the on Friday, right when Jimmy Dore was having a show here in Chicago, and Jimmy invited me and Daniel and Daniel's partner Myra. We were speaking with Jimmy Dore, and then I see Russell right there. I was like, hey, you're Russell. And yesterday, as Russell's having this great system set up, he's doing this live stream. I see Russell. I was like, hey, and he says, hey, look, it's Kit from Hard Lens Media. And there I was being a special guest co-host. Then we see Jimmy. So not only that, we were also live on Jimmy Dore's live stream, which was awesome. So you had two live streams happening, Jimmy Dore and then Do Dissidence. And then out of the blue, I'm saying, hey, post-duopoly. Who's saying that? Who do I see behind me? Then Nick and Rome and their two friends. Now, to two gentlemen back, I'm so sorry. I might have forgot your names, and I'm so sorry, but I'm glad you're in the photo with us. Talk about once in a lifetime photo. This was a great time. This was a great event. And I just want to say thank you to the audience, everybody, not only the RBN audience, Jimmy Dore audience, Do Dissidence audience, Hard Lens Media audience, INN audience. We would not be able to do this without all of you. And this convention means a lot to me, to collaborate, to work with great people, but also thank you to these individuals that stood beside us. Myself and Daniel can never say thank you enough, because it's not enough. And to our audience, we're going to keep on doing more projects and more work. We're not done yet. We're going to win. And we're going to bring all of you with us, because they're not going to believe just what we're going to do. They're not going to believe just how we are going to take over. And they're not going to believe. That's right. We're talking about the opposition. They're not going to believe that we said what we said and how we said it. Because at the end of the day, we're mad dog killer types, all of us. And we're not done yet. Hard Lens Media is never done. And so, my lovelies, my mornings, my sunshines, we're glad we're doing the morning show. We're glad Hard Lens Media is here. We're not going anywhere. I'm not going anywhere. And we're going to keep on fighting for that better future. Shout out again to Steph for making this photo. This has been a high point of my year. And saying thank you is never enough. So we got more stuff to cover from the DNC convention. Hard Lens Media is going to be there. But also follow RBN, INN, Jimmy Dore, Do Dissidence, and everybody else. Keep your heads on a swivel, folks. We ain't done yet.
I guess this isn't such an awful place. Is that what you want me to say? You prove it's possible to sleep for days and to still think you're right here awake. The cost of living isn't much to make, but God, it's so hard to save. And when they told you everything was safe, were you safe? Were you safe? Were you safe? Were you safe? I guess this isn't such an awful place. Is that what you want me to say? You prove it's possible to sleep for days and to still think you're right here awake. The cost of living isn't much to make, but God, it's so hard to say. And when they told you everything was safe, were you safe? Were you safe? you save? Will you save?
Fresh off the masses, the brand new cancerous growth, who has come here to vie for your vote. Come here to cry at the camps and to mourn at the shore for the bodies that float by the wreck of an immigrant boat. Then it's back to their luxury home, couple security booths and a moat. Couple cigars, little escargot, little booze and a soak. Just breathe in the steam and the smoke. Pink salt, lavender, candles are low. Shit, when you do what you do, gotta lighten the load. And he got a life of his own that's a sight to behold. And it's a lot to control, to decipher the code, or to siphon the soul. The cost of a good night's sleep for the working elite is a bargain, no matter the toll. Worth any wager, and that comes straight from the mouth of the means to the goal that will swallow us whole. Ripe for the picking if you don't mind mold, and you know I don't. Maybe we're pleasantly prone, maybe we're taking a licking, compliantly ticking and ticking and ticking, but never explode. No, I don't deliver the prettiest image, but damn if it isn't an accurate vision of natural fission, of rage at the system and abject heartbreak, patiently waiting for any who will listen. That little blue bird who was watching your words is a federal carrier pigeon, a Langley first. It's a patient observer who hears what it wants and is trained for the worst. Oh, you got nothing to hide. They'll be the ones to decide that after they root through your purse, after they read all your text, after they raid your apartment, confiscate all of its contents, then conjure up evidence out of the air on a wing and a prayer and malicious intelligence nonsense. Any presumption of innocence long since gone, right along with your comforts and constants. Historically, first they will come from the communists. So why in the fuck would I say I'm a communist? Well, it might be I love my community more than the monsters of opulence who are holding us hostage, who are vomiting promises. Might be I'm all done seeing our pensions and benefits harvested. Might be I'm all done watching the populace being disarmed in the guise of an armistice. Watching a woman collapse on the floor who will rise no more. She is wheeled out the door and you're next in line for the pharmacist. If you can get me to vote, it's a hard no confidence. But part of the charm of deception is politics wearing the mask of incompetence. It's all in the art of austerity, darling. It's all in the slide of the providence. Until home is as wide as your cubicle height and is only as deep as your coffin is. Maybe I'm miles away from impatience, aching to break off the head of the snake where the capital lust, reptile brain, and the margin of profit is. Like off with his. Like off with his.
I guess this isn't such an awful place. Is that what you want me to say? You prove it's possible to sleep for days and to still think you're right here awake. The cost of living isn't much to make, but God, it's so hard to save. And when they told you everything was safe, were you safe?